some of the expert bikers out there, you'll already know this information, but if you're not a pro, it's going to be a good refresher video. I recommend you bring your own bike when you're biking in Havana. It's always better, it's going to be a cheaper option. You bring it on the airplane, you can check your bike in your checked luggage, so you're not going to be paying a supplemental fee. If your bike is small enough, that'll work. I bring a folding bike, and it's always great. I'm going to show you it at the end of the video. I think biking in Havana is the best way to experience the city. It's really hot in this city, but with the bike, you get to zoom around, cover a lot of area, and not exert yourself as much as if you're walking. And it's also better than taking a taxi because you could start and stop whenever you see something interesting. One of the main recommendations, Havana roads are pretty bad. Outside of the Vedado neighborhood, which is one of the richest neighborhoods in Havana, the roads get pretty bad. If you're in Centro Havana, Old Havana, or El Cerro, forget about it. There's going to be potholes everywhere and lots of glass on the road, lots of broken bottles. Your tires are going to get punctured. That's why I recommend you bring a mountain bike. A speed bike or a fixie, things like that, really, I don't feel they're going to be that useful in Havana. A mountain bike, a sturdy one, something you could trust with good brakes and good gears, that's going to be the best option for you. Also, I recommend you bring a little tool. This is an adjustable wrench. With one of these, you'll be able to fix almost any major problem on your bike. Adjust cables, adjust brakes, take off wheels. You can even use the back to take off a tire. It's pretty useful. Another major thing, you should bring a patch kit. Because you are going to get some flats, especially if you cover a lot of area. If you like biking, you're going to get some flats. So with a patch kit, you could easily fix those. In terms of a pump, you probably won't need a pump because most gas stations have pumps available, the mechanical pumps. They're available, they're free to use, or sometimes they cost a peso. You just pay that to the guy who's maintaining the pump. But more or less, in terms of pumps, everybody here gets flats, so they have lots of pumps available for free or almost nothing. If you have a major problem, you can go to a bike repair shop. It's like a multi-purpose repair shop. It's called a punchera. They specialize in repairing punctures for car tires and bike tires. Basically anything that has an inner tube or can be inflated, they specialize in repairing that. They'll either give you a cold patch, which is the things we're used to in North America, or a hot patch, where they actually fuse an extra little piece of rubber over the hole in the tire. It's a really good option. They're both equally useful, and they only cost about 10 to 20 pesos moneda nacional, so it's less than $1. It's a really good thing. Also, obviously, bring a lock. I mean, you're going to need a lock. If you're tying your bike up to a pole or something just for a few seconds, you're going to want a lock. But anything more than a few seconds, if you're entering a store or something, always use a designated parking area called a parqueo. They have these all over Havana. There's hundreds of them. They're usually congregated around places where there's major events, maybe churches or clinics or schools, especially around stores, major stores. So they're going to have a little area up front, and there's going to be a parking attendant. He's going to be dressed in a red vest, and you park your bike somewhere near him within eyeshot, and you tell him, listen, parqueo, I'm going to leave my bike here for a few minutes. And he's going to watch your bike. He's always going to tell you it's better if you lock it up too, because, you know, it's easy, even if he's watching it, for a thief just to run off with it. So lock it up to a pole within eyeshot of him, and when you're finished, you just give him a couple of pesos or a peso, some spare change if you have it in CUC. The technical price, I think, is 20 to 30 cents per hour in moneda nacional. That's almost nothing. I don't even have that kind of small change, so a peso is usually good for even an hour. You can give them more, though. They make almost nothing in terms of money. Now, as I said before, I recommend bringing a bike. This is the kind of bike I brought. It's a nice folding bike. It folds up really compact. It's dismantleable. Take the wheels off, take the pedals off, the seat, and it fits conveniently in a travel luggage. So I never pay a supplemental bike fee if I'm bringing on a bike. Usually most airline carriers charge a sports equipment fee. It could cost up to $40 to bring a bike. I don't get charged that because I put it all in my checked luggage, and then I bring all my clothes in my carry-on and everything else in my carry-on. The other convenient thing about a bike like this, I only paid this in Canada about 30 bucks, and it was in pretty good condition. I changed the wheels, and I changed the tires, I oiled it up a little bit, and with a bike like this, it looks Cuban. A lot of the Cubans that you see in Havana, they're riding bikes exactly like this, so it's less prone to be stolen. If you're bringing a flashy $1,000 Trek, I'm sorry, but there's a lot more chance that it could be stolen, or pieces of it that are easily dismantlable can be just ripped off. With a bike like this, I know it looks local, it looks cheap. Probably if anybody steals it, they're not going to get that much money for it, so the incentive to actually rob something from this bike is a lot lower. If you're not bringing a bike, or if you're in Havana already and you didn't have plans and you didn't bring a bike, you could always buy a bike in Havana. There are few bike shops. I'm going to tell you honestly, I mean, it's not really easy to buy a bike here, but it is possible. There's an area near the Cuatro Caminos market that pretty much specializes in selling bikes and repairing bikes and selling bike parts. I covered that in detail in my guide. You can check it all out at the link below. On my website I have lots of photos, videos of other biking instructions videos for Havana. There's a couple of videos of me biking around the city as well. Check it all out at the link below. For a lot more information on biking in Havana, check out the link below. Download my guide. You can also download a free Havana tips and tricks guide packed with information about exploring the city and interesting places that you can see in the city. It's absolutely free. Check it all out at the link below.